Hey there, good morning everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown. I am back, Amanda's back, the dynamic duo is here again. Amanda, you did a great job doing your own solo show, I'm just gonna say it.
Liar!
It was, I gotta tell you, from the other side, being a viewer, watching you, it was a very different and unique experience for sure, but, I had fun watching you though. It was fun watching you go. I mean, I think you were great. You were great.
I feel like you're a liar, but I love you anyway for it. It is so, we do this together. We are better together. It is
Yes,
awkward just talking to myself. The
it is
camera
awkward.
position's even different. I mean, there's so much doing the comments, but also trying to get like your videos that you have. Because I've
It's
said
a
it
whole
before and
thing.
I will say it again. Chris is the mastermind behind the show and he does all the buttons effortlessly.
I'm the
And
nerd.
to do that while also trying to talk and do the comments and all this, it was very much a lot of fun.
Well,
However, I just
yes.
feel like it was a hot mess express. So don't even waste your time going to watch it, you guys. Don't you do it. Don't you dare do it.
People are watching it. People are watching. People are downloading it, man. It was a fun episode. I had fun watching. I thought you were very good. I think you're being too hard on yourself, but
Oh, I don't know. You do better without
uh,
me you're better
uh,
solo than I'm solo. But
uh,
I'm just so glad you are back and things
yes,
are back as normal
yes.
because
I
this
am.
is our normal.
This is our normal. This is our normal, and we're so happy that all of you could join our normal with us right now.
Yes.
If you're watching us live, thank you for hanging out with us and spending some of your precious time with us here today as we go through and swap 3 songs with each other. And also, if you are catching us on the go, wherever you get podcasts, well, thanks for taking a moment to listen to us.
Yeah.
Maybe this is your first time checking out the show. Maybe you've been listening to the show for a long time. Either way, we appreciate you very, very much. If this is your first time watching us, listening to us, how the show typically works is Amanda and I each swap 3 songs with each other that we may or may not have heard before. Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes we have, sometimes we haven't. And then we rate those songs on a scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a hard pass. Skip it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. All the way up to 5 records, which is heavenly music to your ears. By the way, I like last week when you did it because you don't have my little sound. You were doing the sound effects. It was very good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And how do we choose the songs? Well, very easy. We spin the wheel of show themes at the end of pretty much every single show, although we didn't have it last week
Right.
because I was away
Yeah.
and you were kind of doing like a bonus episode type of thing.
Yeah.
But normally we spin the wheel. So we will be spinning the wheel today. So make sure you listen all the way to the end to find out what next week's theme is going to be. And by golly, by golly, that wheel is loaded with tons of show themes. So please keep the ideas and suggestions coming because as you do, we do add them to the wheel. And of course, we always want to thank our Patreon members who are hanging out with us. Some of them are here live with us now. Some of them go back and rewatch on demand or on the go. But we do want to take a quick moment to thank our Patreon members who are just so awesome, so generous to come on and donate to us each and every week. So thank you, Mark Roddick, Dave Mattingly, Ian from Australia, Johnny Beyond, and back of the cereal box. And we have a new Patreon member.
We sure do. My sweet friend Amy White. She is so supportive, and we are so happy to have you as a Patreon member. I mean,
Absolutely.
every single one of you who put a couple bucks our way each and every single month, it makes a difference.
It does.
It all adds up. Thank you for helping keep the show going. And you know what? It's really just encouraging more than anything. Like,
It is.
oh, another Patreon member. Someone else might like us.
Yeah, someone else might like us.
Besides
Someone
us.
else, yeah. Someone else is willing to pay like the $1.50 or $2 to subscribe to our Patreon. But thank you so much for doing that. It really does help. Every little bit helps. So, all right, let's get into the show here because we didn't spin a wheel.
It's true.
We were like, well, what can we do? Because we do have a lot of ideas. But one of the ideas I pitched to you over the weekend was actually World Chocolate Day.
Yeah, and so usually there's something a little bit more sassy, fun, interesting when we throw out a, hey, what should Monday's episode be? So I was expecting Chris to like pop back with something real like summery, sultry, like hot songs or something. He's like, hey, I got an idea. World Chocolate Day's around the corner. Let's do that. I'm like, okay. So instead of it being like hot and saucy, came back very sweet.
Came back very sweet, which could also be hot. You could have a hot chocolatey sauce, hot and saucy chocolate, especially with this heat wave. It's chocolate's not maintaining its form very long. Lots and lots of melting going on. But yeah, so World Chocolate Day was actually, so as of this recording, it is July 8th, but World Chocolate Day is July 7th. So
is that like a global thing, or is that like silly American?
Listen, it says here it is set to commemorate the day that that chocolate was first brought to Europe in the 16th century. Since then, people's love of chocolate has spread across the globe, and the chocolate industry has seen a great deal of innovation.
Global it is then, whether we're
according
making
to
that
Google's.
up or not. Okay.
It's global.
Global.
Where did I get this from? Well, it was on like a social media calendar of international days. So listen, far be it from me to dispute the power of social media international holidays.
I mean, who are we?
Yeah. So hopefully you all celebrated World Chocolate Day in style.
I don't think I consumed an ounce of chocolate yesterday, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to do so today.
Yeah. So that's what today's episode is about. We are sharing songs that are about chocolate, have chocolate in the title. Some songs are also about candy and sweets because we expanded it a little bit. So we figured this is going to be a sugary sweet episode all around today.
This is right.
And that's Amanda Sharp, sugary sweet.
Oh, you're so sweet. But I will say I wanted to go very firmly all chocolate songs. And it is a task to do so.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a ton of country songs or 80s songs that have like chocolate in the title or are chocolate themed outside of, like kids songs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like kids bops and like kids show songs. I was like, well, this could be a fun addition.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah. But so I was glad that we agreed to put the sweet part into there sugary because that definitely helped.
It did. And I see in our comments, we have a lot of good song suggestions coming in, which we will be getting to. But I do want to say good morning to our friend, Fork Boy, Tony Donato, checking in. Hey, buddy, how are you? We got Mr. Ian from Australia checking in as well with a lot of great suggestions. Dave Mattingly checking in with good morning, Tune Tasters. Dave with the... Once again, I got to find a way of like collecting all the names that Dave comes up with. We just got to make shirts out of them. And Alex Baelish is coming in because we were talking about your solo show. He's saying spinoff?
I don't think I can handle that. Oh, that'd be a lot of stress, Alex.
All right, so let's jump into it. Jump into it because we've got 3 songs with each other that I think are once again very eclectic. I purposely stacked my list to be all very different. I did say my second song was literally on there because my wife was like, you have to give her this song. You're giving her this song. I said, all right, it's going on there.
And I've got some notes about that song when we get to it. And what song is that? We'll give you a little taste of what that song is. And it's Chris's second song to me, which is Sex and Candy by Marcy Playground. So if you want my thoughts on that, stick around. We go in order. So that was the second to me. So we've got a couple songs to dive into first. I feel like we should start this show easy and calm. So I feel like you should start with my first song to you.
All right. So your first song to me is a classic tune. Very classic. Going way back because a lot of times we go into our way back machines here.
Yes,
here on Song Swap Showdown, we go back into decades of eras gone by. And so you gave me the song Doris Day and Frank Comstock in his orchestra, A Chocolate Sundae on a Saturday Night from Doris Day. So this was a song by Doris Day I hadn't heard before, and I've heard a bunch of Doris Day songs.
Yeah, and I've thrown a couple your way.
Yeah, you've thrown and Doris Day's got an amazing voice. So I've got nothing against Doris Day at all. This was unexpected because I just wasn't expecting you to go that far back. But like you said, it's amazing when you type in the word chocolate or songs about chocolate, what sort of starts popping up because you really don't think about it. And then all of a sudden these songs start popping up. You're like, what is this song? Or I didn't even realize that was the name of this song.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So there wasn't a lot of information on the
For
internet
sure.
about this song, but
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit about it. That it was originally released in the year 1947, and it goes so far back that it was originally released as a 78 RPM. So if anybody knows what 78 RPMs out there, some of our older listeners will probably know that, but maybe some of our younger listeners, when you have a record, right, they're usually 33 RPM, 45 RPM, which is why you hear the word 7-inch or a 45,
Mm-hmm.
right? But before that, predated was the 78 RPM. And those were a lot of your classic records that came out in like the 20s, the 30s, the like a lot of that. And it's basically the record was made out of like a shellac, like a really thick kind of heavy shellac. And eventually they moved away from that, and the predominating format for long play became the 33 RPM record, and then the 45, which was your singles.
Your singles.
So this was an interesting song though, and I got to tell you, the recording, that I guess the digitization of this song is very good.
Isn't it?
Because when you think about the song, it was from the 40s,
47, yeah.
and it was as I said, it was performed by Doris Day. It was written by is it David Wise, David Frisch, Frank Comstock. I don't know everybody's first names here, but this is it's just listing everybody's last names here. As far as I guess it's Wise, David Frisch, Frank Comstock. Yeah, so it's not listing out the writers' full names here on this one that I have.
But to your point, it was hard to find some data on this, so that just makes sense that it's only last names even.
Oh, here it is. Hal David, Fred Weiss, and Al Frisch. That's who wrote the song. And of course, Doris Day performed it. But I don't think this was... obviously, I don't think this was a standard, or was this a standard? That's the one thing I couldn't find, because I didn't know if it was like actually written and then Doris Day recorded it, or if it was originally like a standard song and then, written by these guys. And so that was the one thing I kind of couldn't find. So if anybody knows that, let us know, because I would like to find out, because I was having a little hard time trying to find out what the origin of the song was, if it was literally written for Doris Day and that was it, or was it a song previously written and done, and Doris Day covered it because it was a standard. Anyway, so song sounds great. I want to play a little bit of it, because I want to know, I know this is going way back, and for some people they may not be super into this, but I kind of, there's something of hearing the sounds of of a bygone era are nice. There's something very
it is. I feel like this is, if you were in like a Barnes and Noble, you could completely hear this, or a cafe hear this being played.
Yeah, I think so. I think you could hear this. So let me play a little bit of this. Let's get a little. Like, I was really surprised by the quality of this transfer, though. There is something so whimsical about this too, and like laid back, easy.
It's very just like you're strolling. You're strolling somewhere. Taking your time.
On a Saturday
Coffee house music.
What a way to make an evening end right.
It's so easy.
The movie was fine, the dancing divine. Let's head for the drugstore at Maple and Vine.
Like, it's such a... I think of like It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
There's a corner where we'll never
she's just
be
effortlessly
seen.
singing.
Yeah.
So relaxing.
That love
her voice is insane.
A chocolate Sundae on a Saturday night.
A chocolate Sundae on a Saturday night, man, that's not a bad idea.
No, and I love Doris Day's movies. Her and Rock Hudson were phenomenal together. They were such a good pair. And Pillow Talk is my absolutely favorite.
And we've talked about Pillow Talk before, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen that yet?
No, I have not. I've not watched it yet. I know I need to watch. I like Rock. It's a great pairing. I mean but I haven't. I'm ready to get down.
Write it down. You and Rachel.
Talk.
Pillow Talk.
Maybe we'll watch that tonight.
It's so good. I hope you can find it somewhere. But
Yeah.
yes, it's just such a good movie.
Yeah, Fork Boy coming in with piano bar music, fabulous. Yep, that's
Mhm.
exactly it. Piano bar music, I like it. So
Very good description.
it's just I like the whimsicalness of it. I like the laid back feeling. Like it is a perfect like, especially with like being hot out.
Yeah.
It's like you're just like cooling off. It could be
Mhm.
like getting into that night and you're sitting out on the porch chilling, and this kind of comes on, and you're like, and now I want a chocolate sundae on a Saturday night. There's something very like summery and whimsical about it. So
Absolutely.
I like this. Would I choose to put this on? So I think that I would want to choose to put this on, but I would forget that the song exists and then be like, oh, I want to listen to
Weird.
something. But like so now that it's on our playlist, it actually
Mm.
feels like now it's like on my radar. Like I'd want to
Fair.
listen to something like this, but I'd be like, oh, I don't know what I should put on. So this is kind of, because I feel like now with Spotify is one of the cool things. Like you pick the song and you go start a radio station off of this. And I think it would I'm going to probably build like a little playlist off of that song. So I think that'd be kind of cool.
I like that. You know what? Maybe our show single-handedly is putting this song back on the map.
Maybe. I think it's a great summer song too. I mean, just in that sense of, like I said, like it's just a lazy Sunday song, like a lazy Sunday afternoon or lazy Sunday morning in the summer, throw it on, or like as it's getting to dusk, and you're sitting out back and you got a nice glass of wine or scotch in your hand.
Sitting on a swing, just,
there you go.
Just watching the birds.
Yeah, I agree. Noir feel during a PI movie. Nice. Yep. So, all right. So where am I going to land this on a scale of 1 to 5 records? Well, I like the song. I do like it. I'm not going to give it, I can't give it like a 4 record or a 5 record, but I really like the way the song makes me feel. And I do like the image that the lyrics are, that whole, like that era of the storytelling. And like I said, it makes me think of like, It's a Wonderful Life when I hear it, it just brings up a lot of like, very romantic sounding. So I would squarely put this at a 3.8 records.
Okay. I was hoping you would like it.
I do like it.
You would be offended. I just didn't know where you would nestle it.
Where am I nestling it? I'm going to nestle it at a 3.8 records for Doris Day.
I appreciate that. A chocolate sundae on a Saturday night.
I almost said a lazy chocolate sundae at a Saturday night, because that's how the song makes me feel.
It kind of, just goes in. So I'll take the 3.8. Thank you so much.
You are welcome for the 3.8 records.
Will I be able to reciprocate that?
Probably not, but I was giving you this song because, first of all, listen, I just want to say I know our audience, especially our YouTube folks.
Yeah.
And I know that this is something that they would want to see you listen and react to because of the status that this band is at. And this band has been around for a little bit now. I mean, they're not new anymore, but they definitely evoke a reaction from people. And I think a lot of our folks that follow us are very interested to see how you would react to listening to something like this for the first time. So,
all right. So what is the song that Chris is teasing? It is Gimme Chocolate by Baby Metal. The name is the best thing about this song.
I thought you'd like the name.
The name and the name of the band are the best thing about this song.
Right.
So when I saw Baby Metal, I was like, well, that's kind of cute. And it prepared me-ish for what I was about to hear, but let me be very clear. The start and the beginning is rough to get through.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
There's
Tony giving up the double horns.
Okay. And then it goes into this whiny naggy sound.
The J-pop. Oh wait, so the thrash metal going into like the three singers. Have you watched the video, by the way?
No, I have not.
Oh my God, we're watching a video.
Okay. And then when the vocals come in, I was like, the vocals are actually not bad.
Yeah, the J-pop stuff. So it's like a J-pop verse meets thrash metal.
It's got a lot of moving elements in it, and it was really overwhelming.
It's very Japanese.
Yes, and I'm not I'm not saying I'm not a fan of Japanese music. Like, it really doesn't fall into my lap very often. Like, I have no reason to just like download Japanese music and start listening to it, right? So, like, when it's given to me, I could tell immediately I can see the intrigue on this song and the catchiness of it because there's like the gummy bears. I mean, there's so many elements to a successful silly song.
Yep.
And I would consider this a silly song. I don't want to offend anybody by saying that, but this is a silly, nonsensical song.
It's well, obviously it's all in Japanese, first of all, but I did find out the song is about that the lyrics are actually about as the one of these singers, Nakamoto, one of the girls at the time, she was 16 when this was out.
A baby.
The lyrics are about girls and women who love to eat chocolate, but they're afraid of putting on weight. That's what the song is about when translated to English.
And so, like, you know, when you hear a chocolate sundae on a Saturday night, it's velvety, it's yummy.
Right.
It makes you feel like, oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
This is manic.
Chocolate treat. I don't even know if I had to like place this song in a type of chocolate bar. Like, what would it be?
A whatchamacallit bar?
That's probably really good. That wasn't even in my brain, but yeah, whatchamacallit. Like,
Yeah.
there's just so much. My favorite's a Reese's, you know? Like,
Right.
give me a Reese.
So just a little bit, just so you kind of understand a little bit more about so the band itself is basically like, you know how they put together like boy bands or like, you know, female like pop,
Sure.
like, so this is the Japanese version of that. So the mastermind is this guy, Takashi, and he is, the guy's a producer. He's a songwriter. He plays metal. The guy's actually a musical like genius, and he put together Baby Metal, back in basically mid 2010s kind of thing. So this was recorded in 2013 and was actually finally released in 2015, like as far as like comes out in like UK and Europe and all that. And this was the first song that was released by these guys, and this split the metal community. It
should have.
Well, there were people that went berserk and said this is the greatest thing, and like they've got a whole cult following. Baby Metal is huge, and then you got people that go, this doesn't belong in metal. But that to me is that I don't like that, because I don't think there's music is music. So
yeah,
it's just you don't like it or you don't. It doesn't mean it doesn't belong. You either like it or you don't like it. I'm not with this whole like it doesn't belong here, it doesn't belong there. I think that's very silly.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm no metal professional, but I feel like there is. It makes sense. There's a place in here for it based on the elements of the song.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something.
So when journalist Brian Mansfield of USA Today called it a bizarre blend of death metal, EDM rhythms, and sugary J-pop melodies, and the song begins with a speaker shredding guitar assault that quickly gives way to a machine gun, rapid, chirpy vocals, and a chorus as addictive as chocolate-covered cereal and Saturday morning cartoons. That's what Brian Mansfield from USA Today said.
I'm not sure I can get behind. This was just a struggle for me, this song.
In addition, Fuse listed the song as one of its 9 most experimental girl group songs of all time, stating that it's totally jaw-dropping upon the first listen, but you'll catch yourself humming along the chorus soon enough.
And I'm not saying that that's not true.
In the United States, the song peaked at number 5 at Billboard World Digital Songs chart. After release, the band's second album, Metal Resistance, on the week of May 14th, the song charted number 54 in Japan. You want to watch the video?
Sure.
Let's watch the video.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh geez.
Chocolate.
You gotta love the choreography. Your face is the best right now. You're trying to process it.
There is a lot happening. What?
Look at this choreography.
See, this
It's great.
the vocals here are not bad. Paula, in the making. Are they in the making?
Gimme.
I feel like they're doing a lot of dancing, but no dancing.
They're all is choreography.
It's just like a little bit. It seems very. The whole thing seems extremely immature.
By the way, you see this? 193 million views over
no,
10 years.
you're lying.
I'm not lying. Listen, does YouTube lie? Released February 25th, 2014 on YouTube. 193 million views.
And we just made it more, and I'm so sad about that.
Why would you be so sad about that?
I just don't dig it. How old were these girls?
Let's see. Well, the oldest one I think was 16. I don't know which one is which, honestly, because I don't know. I know the Nakamoto was 15, but I don't know what the other girls were probably around like 14, 15 at this time too. Like, so it's. I think the one in the middle might be Nakamoto. I'm not 100% sure.
I feel like the moves that they're doing are just so like nothing. I feel like I'm being really mean, and I'm sorry.
Look at this. Look at it. Craziness.
Like,
look how many people are in the crowd.
I just can't believe that this song packs that in.
This song packs that in.
How?
Yeah.
How?
I like how everybody else in the band is wearing skeleton outfits, by the way.
Yeah, they're really cute girls, but I just I mean, okay, this is the thing. You could
You're gonna be singing this. It's gonna come on in pressed rows, and you're gonna be like,
nope. I guarantee you.
Taylor Swift wishes she could be this talented.
Are you kidding me, Chris? No.
If Taylor Swift had any guts, she would actually have Baby Metal open. She would have Baby Metal open for.
I don't even know how to reply to such a comment.
All right, I'll stop sharing this.
I don't. I think the video made it worse.
Are you kidding me? I think the video makes it better.
I'm almost right, Paula. What TF?
Oh, she's jumping. That means she's jumping out of here. Did we just?
She can't hear.
Yeah.
She can't be here another second.
It's either that or she's into it. I think Paula's into it. I think Paula's.
I don't feel like that's what her laughy face in WTF.
Yeah,
means.
Tony's saying doesn't Slayer back them in media? Yes, Slayer does back them in media. Absolutely.
Did you see his comment here also too?
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
It's a niche sound. You can't find a place in your heart to nestle it in, Amanda.
So niche, you can't find one place to nestle it into your
Let me
heart.
dig a little deeper. Find a spot to nestle it.
So I knew this was going to be the most polarizing song of my list to talk about. So that's why I wanted to kick it off because, you know, oh, she's saying, she's jumping, not dancing. No, not at all.
No, like I feel, be very clear. Wow. Okay, so listen.
Quote of the day: I'm no metal professional, Amanda. You're right, Ian. That might be. I'm no metal professional.
Things just come out of my mouth.
Yeah. All right. So listen, what is your rating on "Gimme Chocolate" by the one and only Baby Metal?
All right. These girls were babies when they did this, so I feel bad.
They're still around, by the way.
They're no longer babies, so they can handle my rating of 2 records.
Hey, you didn't give it a 1.
No,
2 records for Gimme Chocolate.
This is not something I will skip this in the future. I didn't skip it currently because we were doing a show and I was researching and listening. But I'm sorry, Chris. Did you think that was lower than what I would give?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I actually thought you were going to give it much lower than that.
What is that emoji that Tony
I think it's
put
like
in there?
the screaming face or
Oh, it's
something
like
like
blue.
that.
I haven't seen like
Yeah.
a blue one. Usually it's
Yeah.
like, the yellow emojis. I'm so sorry to disappoint Tony. I nestled it in at 2 records versus 1.
You did. All right.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, but not
Dave,
sorry.
man, whatchamacallit? You forgot the name.
Whatchamacallit?
Whatchamacallit? Yeah.
Great marketing.
That's the kind of chocolate bar this would be.
Whatchamacallit? Like, what did you just call that? What? Yeah.
What would you guys give Baby Metal? You let us know in the comments below. We want to hear from you. What do you give me chocolate? Gimme chocolate by Baby Metal. We want to know from you guys. How would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 5 records? Let us know in the comments below, live, whatever. We're definitely clipping this entire thing out to be its own standalone video. So we know what our audience wants, and I'm giving it to them.
They want that I'm not a metal professional girl to say 2 records.
They want that girl.
That girl. Oh, we should be rating it in candy bars. Tony coming in with 3.5 candy bars. Man, we missed an opportunity. Candy bars moving forward.
All right, candy bars moving forward. Record candy. Chocolate records.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
All right. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that, bud.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Before we move on to our second songs for each other, while I let Amanda compose herself, let's go into some of the suggestions that we've gotten from our awesome audience here, our great community here. So Dave Mattingly, of course, always coming in and giving great suggestions for Amanda and I. His says, this week, my songs for Chris are Shona Knife, I Want to Eat Choco Bars. That's another band you might be into, Amanda.
Okay.
Tom Waits, Chocolate Jesus. I know that song. That is a good song. And 69 Boys, Tootsie Roll, also another good song.
I would say that should get probably an honorary mention.
Yeah.
Because that is that had a place in history.
It did. That is definitely a good one for sure. And that was the thing. Like, I was like, once again, it's like I try to like do songs that I don't think you've heard before. You know, like I know we sometimes we have, but I really try to go with you haven't heard the song. So that's why some of these like more known songs like 69 Boys, Tootsie Roll wasn't on the list, because we both know that song. We both heard it 1,000 times, and so we wanted to try to talk about music that we probably hadn't heard for each other, you know, that we haven't been exposed to. So that's always the point of the show at the end of the day. And he's also saying his songs for Amanda are Billy Bragg, Greetings to New Brunette. He's got the lyric Living on Ice Cream and Chocolate Kisses. That's why it makes his list.
Sounds like a good life.
King with Sugar Candy Mountain Buddhas.
Okay.
And of course, the Smothers Brothers with Chocolate. And see, and that's one of those songs, like when you said, when you search through and you put the word chocolate into Spotify or Google, like that's a song that comes up on like a top 50 list. Is that Smothers Brothers song Chocolate? That always comes up. And then Ian checking in, our friend Ian from Australia, checking in with my songs for Amanda and Chris. Chocolate by Kylie Minogue, great song, also on those lists. Chocolate Cake by Crowded House, excellent tune. Very much so. That's been on all the lists as well. And then Mountain Song, Chocolate Starfish Band.
Okay. I have to listen to those.
Yeah. And
I'm so glad like Spotify exists that we can easily listen to these.
And what's great is he also gave picks for Dave.
I love this community. I love
This community is the best. All right, so my songs for Dave are all from the band My Friend the Chocolate Cake.
Oh.
And those songs are I've Got a Plan, Lighthouse Keeper, and a song from Under the Floorboards.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it sounded like a jet plane just flew by your...
Just a tractor.
Sounded like a jet plane. Jet plane. All right, and then Fork Boy coming in with some suggestions as well. He is saying Sugar Ain't So Sweet by Mindfunk. Mindfunk! Tony with the Mindfunk reference. That's a deep cut, Amanda.
I was like, I don't know it.
You wouldn't get the mind. All I can say is Tony. We used to crank out some Mind Funk in the parking lot at Morris Hills High School. So,
aww,
Tony was the Mind Funk guy. He was the one that actually got me into Mind Funk. And Sweet Candy by AC/DC. And he's also got and Sticky Sweet. You can't go wrong with Motley Crue coming off the Doctor Feel Good record, classic record, and Sweet by 311.
I'm just really proud I even know who Motley Crue is.
I know.
Like this only because of the show and because of you guys. Thank you.
Man, it keeps going. Oh, here we go. Dave saying Baby Metal is a 3.9 for me.
Interesting. Okay.
If I was a bigger metal fan, it'd be a 4. Listen, Dave and Tony both coming in with some good ratings there.
Interesting. So Tony, I can feel it. Dave, this is a surprise.
I had a feeling Dave might be into that. It wasn't 100%, but I had
I mean, it does have some peanut butter moments of, a good candy bar. I feel like has a lot of peanut butter in it. Again, Reese's is my favorite. So, I mean, when she's singing, that's the peanut butter of the whatchamacallit,
The peanut butter or whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
And by the way, as we're doing this show, guys, let us know, because once again, we're talking about chocolate, mainly chocolate, but yes, other sweets are in there as well. Let us know, what is your favorite chocolate. We'd like to hear from you. We want to know, because that's also part of the conversation today as well. Let us know what your favorite chocolate is. Is it like the chocolate bars, the chunks? Are you like, I like chocolate filled things or chocolate covered things? Are you a chocolate covered sprinkles or hot fudge on your, like,
Chris, what is yours? What is your favorite?
What do you dig? I would say my You really want to know? Okay, so here it is. My favorite chocolate anything. Get closer.
I'm getting real close.
Get closer. My favorite chocolate thing in the world is the Cadbury cream egg. The chocolate Cadbury cream egg.
Come close. I don't even know how to respond to that.
It's amazing. My second favorite is Snickers bars.
The Cadbury egg.
Cadbury cream egg. The chocolate Cadbury creamed egg.
I will be the first to say, yes, every Easter I eat one. Every Easter I eat one.
That's when I eat it too.
You just got to eat it. Do I like them? Nope. But I eat them. So I don't know that I've ever met a person who, like, that's their first candy choice. Interesting.
They are amazing.
Okay. Yes. Well, I learned something today about you, Chris Baglio.
Boom.
I learned something.
Look at that.
Okay. So when
by the way, we're not sponsored by Cadbury or the cream egg, but
right, but we'd like to be.
But I wouldn't mind it, and we'll totally take payment in Cadbury cream egg. Well, Amanda will take the money, but
ship them right to Chris.
Yeah.
Ship them right to Chris.
There's something about that, man, and I only eat them during Easter because they're way too sweet to eat. So I wait all year.
Okay.
And I get the box of 3, and I only eat 3. But man, I love them. Absolutely love them. We should do a top 10 list of chocolate. By the way,
I'm up for that. I'm up for that. And I think their packaging, the foil, the 3-pack. I think that probably more than anything, it has to be what sells them, because I'm just not. Wow. Whew.
Ian coming in with Carmelo Koala.
Koala. Okay.
Unbeatable, he's saying.
I wonder if that's like a caramello bar here in the States, because I do love caramello. Like, the commercials are fantastic. Yeah. There's something about the crunch in the chocolate.
Oh, hold on. I'm looking it up right. Oh, here we go. Oh, I see.
Is it a koala?
Yeah, it's basically here. Well, it's here. I just had it up.
I feel like I'd like to hold a koala.
All right. Hold on, I want to
definitely would like to hold a koala in my lifetime. And he said unbeatable. Those are some powerful words here. It makes me want to have to try.
That's what the package looks like.
I wonder if we can. Oh, it is Cadbury too.
Yeah. Oh, it's yeah. Well, yeah.
I wonder. I'm gonna have to look in the store and see if I can
What is it actually? Little koalas? That's what I want to see.
I'm like really close to the screen when you're doing that.
Is it? Oh, it is. It's like these little.
That does look delicious.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, it is like a little koala bear.
Ian, I'm really probably absolutely.
There it is.
A fan of those, and don't even. Oh wow!
I mean, it's broken in half, but look, yeah, there's a little Carmelo in there.
All right,
there you go.
I can get behind it. So it does look like a caramello bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love.
Doesn't look like it, but it's the concept. Okay.
Gotta love the internet. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Tony's saying Three Musketeers followed by Reese's Fast Break.
Okay, nice. So Owe's favorite is Three Musketeer. He really likes the Three Musketeer too, Tony. And then a Reese's Fast Break. That's a good one.
That is a good one. I'd also say a number 3 for me is 100 grand bar. I love the 100 grand bar.
So this
with the nougat and the cream in between. That's good stuff.
I often say I would have loved to have Chris as a brother growing up. I think we would have gotten in a lot of trouble together, in great trouble, but like also to go trick-or-treating.
The good kind of trouble.
Yes, the good kind of trouble. We could have went trick-or-treating together, and I think we could have swapped really well.
Yeah, I think so. We would have done some good candy swaps.
Here's this one that I love, but you can have it, and I don't really
The first thing that's getting thrown away is black licorice. Out.
Really?
Ugh.
I actually like that.
Ugh. Good.
I mean,
you can have it all.
I wouldn't trade it for a Snickers, but
you could just have it because I'm just throwing it in the garbage.
See?
And good in plenties.
Phenomenal trick-or-treaters together.
Good in plenties. Ugh. No. Get out of here. Nope. No good in plenties. No good in plenties. Nothing black licorice flavored. Ugh. Liquor or just licorice flavored. No.
I don't know why. As a kid, I didn't like it, but as an adult, I do.
Get it out of here.
Okay. All right.
Get it out of here.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to
know. Right. No. So keep them coming, guys. Let us know once again your candy picks. We'll keep them coming. And now back to the music. in our virtual record store.
That's right.
Welcome to the virtual record store.
So we've got. You knew I'd find a way to put Elvis Presley on.
I am not shocked that there was an Elvis song on here because it's almost like every other week there's an Elvis tune because it's Elvis, man. And Elvis. And as a poser Elvis fan,
I know, right?
As you've been called out on the social media on YouTube, wrongly accused of being a poser Elvis fan. I like that you went with. I feel like this is a deep cut. Am I? Would I be right about saying that this Elvis song is a deep cut?
Yes, from one of his movies that if I can't be an Elvis fan if I don't like his movies, but it happened at the World's Fair and it's from that movie. And it's again, his movies are just really corny as we went down that rabbit hole before. So Elvis fans, come after me if you want. Doesn't mean I don't own them all and haven't watched them all, but here we are.
Yeah.
But
see our short posted for reference. See the receipts. Amanda's got receipts.
Receipts.
She's got a lot of receipts.
Yes. And those weren't even my records. I didn't want to put the stack on top of my records. So Candyland or Cotton Candy Land by my Elvis Presley.
Yeah, Cotton Candy Land. So yeah, as Amanda said, it happened at the World's Fair, which was released on my birthday, March 15th, 1963. I was born in 74.
I was like, let's clarify the year, though.
I wasn't born in 1963. I was born in 74, but March 15th was the day. The song was written by Ruth Batchelor and Bob Roberts, and it was recorded for the motion picture. It happened at the World's Fair. Recorded September 22nd, 1962 at Radio Recorders in Hollywood. And, man, there was a humongous cast of players on this song, which is funny because the song sounds so simple. Mm-hmm. And once again, this is another great whimsical, like lazy summer song, But you got Scotty Moore on guitar, Tiny Timbrel, and Billy Strange. So you have three guitar players: Scotty Moore, Tiny Timbrel, and Billy Strange. And Billy Strange, of course, a longtime Elvis player for sure. And on bass, you have bass Ray Siegel, and drums, you have two drummers, DJ Fontana and Frank Carlson, and on piano, you have Don Robertson, and then organ, Dudley Brooks, saxophone and clarinet, Clifford Scott, and of course, you've got vocals between Elvis and the Mellow Men, by the way. The Mellow Men. So this was, it's amazing when you hear this song, how many people were in it.
And it's a quick ditty.
Yeah.
It's a quick ditty. I like it.
Yeah, so it is a quick ditty. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
Nope.
Even the Doris Day song, too, I want to come back and remark, does not overstay its welcome.
Yes.
It's in and it's out. So let's listen to a little bit of Elvis Presley, Cotton Candy Land. And we can only listen to a little bit because they always dump us on Elvis songs.
Yes, they know.
They know. All right, here we go.
Yes, he's coming to sprinkle you with sand. He'll say 1, 2, 3, and you will be in Cotton Candy Land.
Like, great riff.
Sandman's coming. Yes, he's coming.
I gotta see the scene that he sings this in.
And you'll ride upon a big white swan.
It's just so simple and
it is. It's such a simple song, but It is. It has a nice whimsical feel, very laid back, very lazy. Is there a clip of him singing this?
Oh, I'm sure. I didn't look for one specifically, but I can't imagine.
Oh,
There's
here it is.
one of him cheetah chopping, so we know there's got to be one of these.
Oh, here we go. Yes. Oh, okay. Hold on. All right. I'm queuing it up now. Yeah.
Okay.
So the cheetah chopping is by far the greatest Elvis thing I've ever seen in my life, by the way. It might trump anything Elvis has done, to be honest with you. All right.
And we've got a reaction video to that somewhere in our
Yes,
YouTube.
we absolutely do.
So take a peek.
All right, so this is nothing crazy. It's just Elvis.
Just serenading.
He's just serenading here.
And you will be
He's just serenading.
in cotton candy land.
Which really,
Sandman.
All right, so this is literally just
like
him
singing
singing
a
to
lullaby.
child. Yeah, okay. No, I got that. So I wasn't sure like if this was gonna be Elvis in some like, full fantastical routine or him. I didn't think he'd be karate chopping any cheetahs in this, but
Not in this one.
yeah, not in this one. Okay. So he's just being like sweet here and kind of tender. So all right, there's
And I have to
nothing
say,
crazy.
Tony coming in with the comment of Elvis starring in H.H. Holmes, It Happened at the World's Fair is a movie that he'd watch. You know what? That is a fascinating story.
Because even the lyrics would fit that kind of movie. You're not wrong.
Especially if it's a modernized.
Yeah.
Where, yes. Now my brain's thinking that, Tony. I can't
Amanda
get
wants
it
to
out.
make that movie now.
I want to make that movie. Where's the cereal board killer?
The cereal board killer.
Let's. Oh, we just gotta add more. Yeah, let's now we gotta add an Elvis one for H.H. Holmes.
Yeah, put it right up Elvis in the H.H. Holmes movie. All right.
You could AI generate it.
So where am I gonna now that we went off on that tangent, where do I give Elvis Presley's Cotton Candy?
Tell me.
Cotton Candy Land. So cute song, very whimsical, does not overstay its welcome at all. I don't know if I would choose to put this one on. It's not like, it's probably not going to be an Elvis classic for me, but it's fun to listen to. It doesn't offend me. I didn't hate it at all. It's a fun, easy, laid back song. I don't think I would even skip it. I think I'd be like, oh, this is because it's like what, 2 minutes long.
Yeah,
it's not
so
even
quick. It's not even worth the effort to get up and
yeah.
skip.
It's actually a minute. It's a minute 34 seconds. Actually, it's not even a full 2 minute song. So. I'll give it a 3.2 records, 3.2 candy bars, 3.2 candy bars, chocolate bars. Yeah, I'm going to give it 3.2. Yeah.
A little higher than I expected, but I'm glad you know this song now. Tony says, Elvis pops out of a hidden wall passage singing this. So calmly.
Yeah.
Calmly.
Just pops out.
And just happens to have the guitar in his hand, too.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, boy. All right.
Okay,
so 3.2 candy bars for me.
Thank
for
you.
Elvis Cotton Candy Land.
I appreciate that, man. The scores
welcome.
are better than I thought. But will your second song score well? And going back to it, like we referenced and teased before, it's Sex and Candy by Marcy, Playground.
Correct.
So I knew this song.
Okay. You did know this song.
I did know this song, and like so well that I actually know the song. Yet I don't know that I realized I knew the lyrics were sex and candy.
Okay. You didn't know that one?
Yet I try to duplicate in my head what I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you know the real words, you can't let your imagination run wild anymore. But I swear to you, Chris Baglio, I used to sing this in front of people I probably shouldn't have. And they were probably like, why is she singing that song?
I think this is going to be very shocking to my wife to know this.
See, I mean, I don't know if this was in my like grunge phase. Like, when did this come out? Like mid 90s?
This was released in 97.
Okay, so right in that, remember that flannel stage.
Right, your lost years.
My lost years. So that has to be why this, to Tony's point, has been nestled in my heart. Because there's a connection to this song I can't explain.
Right.
But I actually like it a lot.
Okay. All right.
And I'm a little embarrassed to admit that out loud.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. Just isn't an Amanda song. Sex and Candy just seems weird being sung out of my mouth.
Well, it is now it is now known. It is an Amanda song.
Yep, it's out there.
It's out there. Okay.
It's out there. No take backs live.
I will say I'm a little shocked just because I really didn't think you would know this song. And so I'm getting some revelations here from you today.
For sure. For sure. And the songwriter named John Wozniak,
Mm-hmm.
when I was researching this song, I find it funny that it just became something that had been in his head for like years and years because his friend had said that when he walked into a room,
Right.
that it smells like sex and candy. And so he couldn't get that phrase out of his head, which eventually he wrote a song about. But he even admits that it's kind of just a nonsense song.
Yeah.
Like when you throw in all the lyrics, it's just a song. So Tony coming in, we were much more innocent back then. Yeah. I was, for sure.
Especially Amanda.
For sure.
She didn't watch MTV.
I did not watch MTV at all. But this was actually in a cold case episode.
This was?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, wait, you're right. I'm actually looking this up now.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, that is so interesting. So I'm sure I've had what a great song to have in that particular episode too. So I know I heard it from because I love my cold cases and
this
my
was also
true
in
crimes.
Degrassi, The Next Generation as well, which I didn't know.
I used to run home
And
to
watch
catch-
Degrassi.
Yes. But I said it Degrassi, so I don't know what it is.
Degrassi.
Degrassi Junior High.
Yeah, but you watched the original version before it got like super dark and started dealing with like
Oh yes,
dealing with real teen drama.
Yes, like there was maybe like it was like the Jesse Spano like speed pill type of thing, like it was very.
Right.
I mean, at the time, big deals.
Right. Right.
And I think there was a teen pregnancy. Woo!
Yeah. Woo. Always a teen pregnancy episode.
Always a teen pregnancy. So yeah, I was a big watcher of that. But I actually like this song. And for those who are saying like, I don't know that I know that song, I think if we cue up a little bit, you might know it.
Yeah,
I
think most people will know this song once they kind of, especially if you listen to any kind of like modern rock radio. Let me cue up a little bit of this.
And where do you put this in? Like, what genre is this actually?
I would just say this is like rock, alternative rock, I guess.
Okay.
Like disco superfly, I smell sex and candy here.
It might have been up in here is what I thought it
Yeah.
Chair. Who's that casting devious stares in my direction? Mama, this surely is a dream.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody knows this song now.
Yeah, mama, this surely.
Yeah, so that's Marcy Playground. And really their only big hit.
Interesting and so sad.
Yeah, it's really their only big hit. And they didn't want to be a one-hit wonder, but unfortunately they were.
Sometimes fate, I like that Marcy Playground is after their playground at school.
Yes.
In Minnesota. I thought that was funny when I was doing some
It was.
Googling.
Yeah, Dave saying Sex and Candy was nearly on every radio station for a year or two. It really was. I mean, you still hear it now. Like even the rock radio station here in New York, New Jersey, like WDHA and all that. Like it's still in rotation as a tune. And I think even like if you have like Sirius XM, like Alternative Nation, or like they have the '90s Lithium channel or something, like you hear it. It's still in rotation. So good for them. They're still making money off this song though. So.
Absolutely.
It's been, I mean, it debuted, what was it saying here? I saw it. It debuted at it spent 15 weeks #1 on a modern rock chart, and it reached #8 on the Hot 100 in April 1998 on Billboard. So that is very impressive. And the more it keeps getting used the last thing it was just in, and I know this was because my wife was watching the Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in 2021. So, I mean, every time it kind of appears in something too.
Good for them.
Guys are making money. So
good for them. Keep making that money. Marcy Playground.
Yeah. Amanda not being allowed to watch MTV means that there was absolutely no chance she could have watched Countdown, the big music show in Oz back in the day.
Zero chance.
Nope.
Zero chance.
Coming in from Ian.
I just look back and I laugh at that so much that I just went, no
Yeah.
MTV,
No MTV.
but VH1.
VH1 was okay. It was wholesome.
It was
And
wholesome.
CMT.
CMT, but no MTV. As we said, but again, my mom was watching soap operas, which I argue are way spicier than some of these songs. Well,
Right.
okay, this one was about sex and candy, but anyway.
Right, sex and candy. Smells like sex and candy.
So is soap operas.
Which, you know, I mean, I think this is very apropos for our chocolate episode because, I mean, there's a lot of sensuousness with
That's
chocolate. Right. Chocolate and sex and all that. So it's very sensual. It's, you know, an aphrodisiac.
Is it really?
I think some candies. I don't know, I might just be making that up. but I think it stimulates the same like sort of like was it the whatever I don't like I'm a scientist. Like I know what I'm talking about.
What are those things called?
I gotta look this up.
Now we got.
I'm looking it up.
We're gonna get fact checkers on our episode.
Hold on, I'm looking this up right now.
Chris is gonna Google.
Yes, here we go. Chocolate has been associated with aphrodisiac qualities for decades, and some say it can increase libido and sexual pleasure. Chocolate contains chemicals that can boost mood and act as mild sexual stimulants.
So Sex and Candy song makes sense.
Yes.
Okay. You were not wrong, Chris Baglio.
Listen, I'm no scientist, but today I have the power of Google to confirm what I'm thinking.
What you knew.
Yeah.
What you knew.
I kind of knew it as like random trivia. Yeah.
All right. Where do I rate this one?
Where do you rate Marcy
Playground?
How many candy bars?
You know what? I'm giving this one 4.5.
I had a feeling you were going to put it up there. Once you said I knew the song, and I feel like hearing this unlocked something in you.
It did.
It unlocked.
I did not think I knew this song at all. When you were like, oh, Rachel says I have to have this one. I went on the list. I was like, oh boy. And then when I immediately Googled it, like put it in Spotify, I was like, I know this one. And it did. All those lost years of Amanda.
The lost grunge years.
The lost flannel years.
Flannel years.
Came rolling back. But you know what is so funny? I've put that so far back in my memory. I think I was fun during those years, and I can't seem to like tap back into grunge Amanda.
I think I was fun during those years. Yeah, you're gonna have to like go under like hypnosis or something and try to unlock some of those. You've kind of compartmentalized that time of your life.
Maybe it's better and tape the lid shut.
Maybe it's better left that way. I don't know.
Maybe. I remember I had this huge crush on this was pre-Marcus, everyone. Had a huge crush on my sister's boyfriend's friend. Mm-hmm. I was much younger though. Oh, much younger. Yeah. Again, those grunge years gave me some power.
Ian is saying it's never too late, Amanda.
And for me, though, grunge literally was probably just putting on a flannel. I don't think there was anything else. I didn't have any like.
Well, you weren't watching MTV, so.
No, I had nothing to
maybe something trickled out on the VH1.
I'm going to have to find some evidence of those lost years.
It's very possible your sister probably exposed you to some of the stuff, though. Wasn't she listening to like.
Yes.
Some heavier stuff back in the day?
My sister was so bad.
She was grunge.
She was so grunge and so bad.
Did your sister smoke cigarettes?
Probably worse. I don't think my niece. If my family is listening to this,
they might be. Everybody in Ida.
Everyone. They probably didn't make it this far, but yeah, she was really like she hung out with some like bad boys.
They jumped off a long time. They jumped off after the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. They're like, Doris is putting me to sleep.
Yeah.
They didn't make it to Sex and Candy.
Or Baby Metal chased them all away.
That one did it. That one did it.
Lost half our viewership. 80% of our viewership jumped off after we talked about Baby Metal.
For sure. Yeah. So maybe I'll retrieve some of those years through hypnosis at one point. But until then, 4.5 for Sex and Candy.
Nice.
Boom.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. For Nirvana Unplugged on VH1, Amanda Grunge. You know what? They probably did play Nirvana Unplugged on VH1.
I'm sure.
I would say that was safe. That was safe.
Yeah. All right. Listen, I'm going to admit my third and final song to Chris Baglio. I really like it, so I hope you like it too.
Third and final song.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. This was actually a treat
Whew.
to listen to because I hadn't heard this one in many, many years. So it was really nice, very nostalgic going back and revisiting this song. The song I am talking about, Amanda's last song to me, is Candy Girl by New Edition. And I gotta tell you, it was a lot of fun going back and listening to those voices again. You know,
Sweet
like
little
New
voices.
Edition was like, and they were so cute and they were fun
Mhm.
back in the day. I mean, it was a really nice little nostalgic blast from the past with that song.
Yeah.
And what I love too is that they very much, and they made no bones about it, like they sampled, ABC,
ABC.
by, of course, the Jackson 5 on it, but they did a really nice job with it. And so this song was released in 1983, going way, way back to 1983. And it was written by producer Maurice Starr. And it was written, he wrote Candy Girl shortly after seeing the band perform at a talent show. He signed them and then recorded this at a small studio in Roxbury, Massachusetts. Starr wrote the song in the style of ABC by the Jackson 5, and he wanted New Edition to emulate the Jackson 5 and had them perform similar dance moves and vocal harmonies. It was funny, too. So Ralph Chaveston at the time, he was singing the lead, and he sounded a lot like a very young Michael Jackson,
He did.
which the sound they were going for, Chaveston was the lead singer in the New Edition early years. So, and this is all coming courtesy of songfacts.com. This was their first hit, and it led to sudden fame and a long, turbulent journey for the band. And the band members at this time were between ages 13 and 15 years old when this was released.
Babies.
Crazy. I wanted to bring up because I wanted to bring up the music video for this because I went back and I was like, I gotta rewatch this music video.
Yeah.
Which was funny because this was actually MTV did not play this music video at first. This was not something MTV played a lot, but eventually they did come around and start playing it. It was mostly played on BET for sure, but I do remember seeing this back in the day because they eventually did start playing it once it became a bigger song. MTV was like that back in the day, but I'm glad they did. And I hadn't watched this in years. So going back and watching this again was pretty funny. So it's just cute,
It is really cute.
Yeah.
And I was such a fan of New Edition in the 80s. And I think I couldn't find it on our playlist, but I think I did Mr. Telephone Man.
We did Mr. Telephone Man.
And I just love that. And Cool It Now. They're just such fun songs.
All right, so let's watch a little bit of the music video here for New Edition Candy Girl, just because it's so much fun. So great. I mean, ABC.
For sure.
My girl's like candy, a candy tree. She knocks me high up off my feet. She's so fine, as can be. I know this girl is just me. Candy girl, you're my world.
So great.
You look so sweet. You're a special treat. Candy girl, all I want to say.
These are pretty sweet moves.
When you're with me,
I was such a fan of them.
all day.
Still am, but
So catchy, it's fantastic.
You make me feel so good. You ain't cute. The way you walk and the way you talk. You always look so good. You make me forget my thoughts. Do you really love me?
it's simple.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna turn off the
Video.
sound because it's gonna get dumped soon by. I'm gonna wind up losing the live stream, but yeah, I mean, this video is phenomenal. And by the way, if you guys are just listening to this, like on any podcast platform, I recommend come watch the video version here on YouTube because you gotta just see, or just dial in New Edition Candy Girl next time you can because it's just so much fun to watch these guys, like these kids just having fun. Song is great. It's a great song. This is like it was a sugary treat. Coming back and re-listening to the song again, it was definitely fun because I remember this one coming out, and it's a good tune, man. And you can't, and yeah, it is. It's ABC basically, but for New Edition. But I love it.
And just
Look how much
because
fun
they
they're
heard,
having in this video.
and they were discovered in a talent show, for crying out loud.
I know, at a talent show.
At a talent show. You just never know. And we hear that and we read that and we talk about it all the time. You just never know when your claim to fame will strike.
Nope, you have no idea. So I really like this song a lot. I would say my only criticism of this song which would keep it from being a 5-record tune for me, is the length.
Oh, okay.
I think the song at
can
3
agree.
minutes and what is it? 3 minutes and where is it at here? Oh yeah, 3 minutes and 55 seconds overstays its welcome a little too much. I think that the song would have benefited from being a lot shorter than 3 minutes and 55 seconds. And there may be a radio edit version. I'm not sure. I didn't go that deep, but I think that to me is the only thing that the song just, because you get like, you're into it, and then it just sort of like keeps repeating and it's like, all right, like I had my fun with the song. I'm kind of done with it now, but it's still going. And I think it's a little too long. That's my only criticism of this song, is that it's a little too long. And because of that, I'm going to give it 4.9 records.
My goodness, I still take it. 4.9. Woo!
But it's great. Yeah, and Tony, I'm going to say, and candy bars. Sorry, 4.9 candy bars.
Candy bars.
Yeah. 5 candy bars for Candy Girl from Fork Boy.
Tony,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ian goes, I just had amnesia from who chose Baby Metal and who chose New Edition.
I feel like our playlists are so Amanda, so Chris this week. Sometimes they surprise ourselves, but not this week.
Yeah, Tony's saying, as a white guy without rhythm, I need the first 2 minutes just to get my groove into step. You're not wrong, man. It's a great groove. And you watch those guys dance, those kids. Oh my God, they got those moves. All those moves need to come back. I got to see more dances on TikTok. Be more like new. That should be the thing that comes back. I want to see dance moves from like the New Edition era. Like those moves are great. I wish I can't dance like that, but like it's great. It's fun. I love it. I love seeing it.
Yeah, their outfits were very cute or stylish, I should say. Probably not cute, but. It's a good shoulder bopper. I could shoulder bop to this.
Better dance moves than Baby Metal, I would say. Greater than Baby Metal dance moves. I mean, I agree. I mean, the Baby Metal stuff is very choreographed, and I get that, and it's very Japanese anime style, like video, but definitely great.
Yeah.
New Edition dance moves greater than Baby Metal dance moves.
I agree with that by a long shot.
I had a feeling you might.
By a very generous amount. I agree with that.
I had a feeling you would. All right.
Well, thank you for that.
You are welcome.
9. Woo! For New Edition.
New Edition.
I was listening. That made me put in just their top hits yesterday. And it was so fun to just be like cleaning the house and listening to New Edition. And just, it took me back in time. Back in time. All right. Chris's final song to me is a candy bar that I don't know is anyone's favorite, but it existed.
It existed.
And I don't even know what it looks like, right? I'm not making that up, but Mars Bars did exist, right?
Mars Bars did exist.
Mars Bars by the Undertones is the song that we are talking about. And I don't think ever in my life I have had a Mars Bar. Have you guys? Have our listeners? Because it just amazes me that they like the bar enough to make a song about it, though. Let's take a peek. What is in the middle?
It looks like
Area 3 Musketeerish a little bit, or a Milky Way.
Let's see.
Because doesn't Milky Way have that additional like caramel in it?
So Mars Bars is the name of 2 varieties of chocolate bar produced by Mars Incorporated. It was first manufactured in 1932 in Slough, England, by Forrest Mars. The bar consists of caramel and nougat coated with milk chocolate.
Okay, so
the American version had nougat and toasted almonds covered in milk chocolate. Later, caramel was added to the recipe as well. The American version was discontinued in 2002 and then revived as a slightly different following under the name Snickers Almond.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So this makes sense though, because Mars Bar, and this band that we're talking about is from Ireland. So the Mars Bar would be something that they would have had because it would be a UK-based thing.
And Ian is saying Mars Bars is probably the most popular in Australia. So maybe it just is not as big of a hit.
Yeah.
Mars Bars were like Snickers, but with almonds instead of peanuts.
Right.
That's our date.
And I think that's the American version, but the UK version was caramel and nougat.
Interesting.
Nougat. Yes. Caramel coated in milk chocolate.
Okay, so after this, it does make sense that Mars Bars by Undertones became a song.
Yes, it did. Absolutely.
It's a little bit of a spicy song, a silly song. Like I throw my dinner at the ground, as I think what
Yeah.
they say it, or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, just give me my bars bar.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's very like punky sounding, of
Yeah,
course.
kinda
But
like-
yeah, it's very funny. Yeah, it's like apparently the work for their Mars bars and stuff like that. It's just it is a silly song, but I thought that it would be and it's a song that I actually now listening to the Undertones. Of course, the Undertones are very much known for Teenage Kicks. That is their big song that really put them on the map. But this song is fun, and I think it was the song that closed out. Forgot which record it was, but it was the like last song on that record. And it just when I was doing some research on songs to say, hey, what would be something I know you hadn't heard before?
And I
was like, oh wait, the Undertones, Mars bars. I forgot about this song. This would be great to put on there. So
And that's interesting that you said it closes out a record, because I put on my notes like this is a good song to wrap up our list, like our
Yes.
song list of this week. Like it started with a chocolate Sundae on a Saturday night, and then ending with Mars bars. And I thought it was a really nice flow.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was just it's just a fun song. It's silly, it's fun, but the Mars bar, and that's what I was thinking, like, oh yeah, the Mars bar, like I haven't seen one of those in forever around here. And I thought, oh, well, maybe this is a UK thing. And of course, yeah, we looked it up, and yeah, that version of the Mars bar is very much a UK and apparently Australia.
Man, I wish we would have had a bunch of like candy bars we could have been sampling during this episode. Now I want all the candy bars.
We blew it.
Next time we do this episode, we will come prepared.
All right, so let's listen to a little bit of Mars Bars by the Undertones.
Yeah.
Oh, all for the record, Gimme Gimme. There it is.
And I thought you had put Gimme Gimme on a playlist before, but I don't think we did.
No.
I listened to it.
I need a Mars bar, hey Ravens bar, to help me through the day. I need a Mars bar,
very like Ramones.
It helps me, makes me workers to play. It helps me, makes me workers to play. I never eat my dinner. I push away the plates. You can see I'm getting thinner because I just can't wait to get my Mars bar, hey Ravens bar, to help me through the day. I need a Mars bar, a potential for. It helps me, makes me workers to play. It helps me, makes me workers to play. To Patrick Merton, David Bowie, and all the others.
Oh, it's so good. It's a fun song, and it clocks in fast too. It's only 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah,
which
the pace is really good.
proper punk song.
Proper punk song. I will say that when he's saying the Mars bars gets him through his day, that's very much similar to like the Snickers campaign.
Yeah.
Get yourself a Snickers, and
Get yourself
it like,
a Snickers.
It's like a supplemental.
Yeah.
Meal almost. It'll just make your mood and your day go
Hungry
so much
for
better.
a Snickers, like
the snap into a Slim Jim, that type of
conquer, hangry.
Yes, and
But I do love Snickers bars.
I do too, and there is something about it. It's got the peanuts. It does fill up your belly a little bit.
It does. It's a nice, to me. It's always the Snickers for me has always been a very nice mid-afternoon snack or a little late night snack. Honestly, like I'll have and I don't the big bars. I don't eat the whole bar. I break off a piece, and that's kind of it for me.
So you're saying, okay?
I like the mini ones. I like the mini, the bites, the mini ones that you kind of give out during Halloween or something, like the fun size. Like I don't know if but you know what I'm talking about. So it's the tiny ones. Those are
I have to say, I have beef with all of the chocolate makers in this world. Willy Wonka would never have continued to make the bars smaller and smaller and smaller. Because what used to be a full-size Snickers is no longer a full-size Snickers. And the bite-sized ones, not even the bite-sized, the fun-sized ones are not what they used to be either. Like, they keep shrinking, and I'm not happy about that.
You're not happy about that?
I'm not happy about that. I want my Twix to be, actually, I think Twix is pretty much the same size, but Snickers, you're not fooling me.
Not fooling you.
You're not fooling me. No. Have you ever watched the documentary about like the chocolate wars between the two companies? What were the two companies?
Well, there's Mars M&M and Hershey's.
And Hershey, I think those were the two, and how fascinating those two are with how they were trying to compete with each other and bring out like the science behind creating this super candy bar that would take over the market share. It's fascinating.
Really?
And I don't know if it was on Netflix. It's really, really good.
I feel like I needed to get like some symphonic music going on for you while you were on your soapbox there for a second.
Well, I'm happy to talk about the size difference of candy bars again anytime you want.
But I can't seem to get the music queued up. So, let me tell you something about bars,
Let me
candy.
tell you about those
Let me
candy
tell
bars.
you.
Shrinkflation, it's a thing. But hey, people didn't come here to hear about that. They came here to hear me rate Mars bars by the Undertones.
Yes. So
weird
how
why I
many
read it.
candy bars are you giving Mars bars from the Undertones?
You know, it's fun. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Okay, a
I'm not
3.
going to pass it. I'm probably not going to put it
0.5.
on, but I enjoy it.
All right.
It's cute.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I thought you would enjoy that one. I thought you would enjoy that one. So here it is. I'm not even going to do the math. I could just tell by looking at the numbers. You have won Song Swap Showdown this week. You win all the chocolate in the world, Amanda. All the chocolate you want, you can have for 1 week until next Monday.
Okay.
I
have been given permission.
You can have all the chocolate. Eat as much as you want.
I'm going to go and buy a bunch after the show.
Dave saying, note to self, go to Amanda's house on Halloween for full-size candy bars. You're the house. You get pegged as the house. Is like,
you gotta
she
be.
gives out the full-size candy bars. Go to that house.
And we're in the country. And tell me you don't remember the names of the neighbors who gave out full-size bars when you were a
Every
kid.
time. Every
Mrs.
year.
Chesney.
Those are the houses you go to right away. Boom. They got the big bars. They give out the good candy bars. They give out no little pennies in a little Ziploc.
Mrs. Chesney used to give out the full-size bars. And I think a can of pop, too.
Yeah. In Totowa, where I used to live,
Totowa.
Uncle Floyd, who, many New Jerseyans, North Jerseyans won't remember Uncle Floyd. He was also in, Good Morning Vietnam, but he lived in Totowa, and he gave out full-size candy bars on Halloween. Thank you, Uncle Floyd. I always remember that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I hope I'm that. I don't know anyone's names anymore. Like, I have my Blue House neighbor is literally saved in my phone as Blue House neighbor. They're my neighbor, and I have them in my phone as Blue House neighbor.
I want a name. I want to be saved.
And what's embarrassing is their house is basically gray. So why ever saved it as Blue House neighbor?
Blue House neighbor. Hello, Blue House neighbor.
That's great.
Heidi ho.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
dropping
Uncle
Uncle
Floyd.
Dropping the Uncle Floyd reference.
I'm so bummed I don't know Uncle Floyd.
It was a public access show here in North Jersey. It was so budget and so it was budget. I mean, it was public access comedy show, and Uncle Floyd was a comedian, and he had a whole cast of characters: Looney, Skip Rooney, and the puppet, Otto the puppet, and Loogie or something. I forgot, but anyway. You could watch some of it on YouTube. But Bon Jovi he used to have musicians on. Bon Jovi was on the show.
Bon Jovi was even on there?
Yeah, before he broke. So, I mean, they had
Uncle
a lot. Like,
Floyd's
the Ramones were
talent.
on. The Ramones were on. Like,
Look at that.
Yeah, you have to go. If you YouTube Uncle Floyd, you'll see some highlights from that show. And I used to watch. It was on, channel. It was public access cable, guys. Nothing, the original Wayne's World.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
Yes. So, go check it out. That's your little hot tip of the day. If you want to watch something funny, watch some old Uncle Floyd stuff on YouTube.
You got it.
New Jersey public access at its finest.
I love it.
All right. Well, that moves us on to our final part of the show. If you've hung out this long, you've waited. You're waiting. Will be paid off. Amanda.
Yes.
What time is it?
It is time to spin the wheel of showtime.
I feel like it's been 1,000 years since we saw that graphic and heard that little theme song. It's borderline
part.
Benny Hill.
Yes, it's a fun segment of our show.
Ready?
All those themes.
I'm going to shuffle. It has been shuffled.
Okay.
Spinning a dough wheel.
Oh boy.
What are we getting this year? This time.
No whammies. Like Tony said.
Songs about crimes.
Oh, that is so funny.
Songs about
crimes. I
crimes.
just found a song about crime that I screenshotted to have for Halloween. So I'm already one song up.
That's good. Oh, Tony's saying no whammies. No whammies. No whammies. So, all right. So, songs about crimes is next week's theme. Yes. So that means the songs we'll be swapping with each other will be about crimes or have crime in a title. Somewhere there's a crime being committed. And the crime being committed may be sharing a song that could be 1 or 2 records. That could be a crime.
This is a show that Amanda loves.
Yes, this is truly an Amanda show.
My life leading up to this point, my life has prepared me for shows on crime songs.
That's right. There's the board.
The board to prove it.
This is the board to prove it. This is Amanda's mind 24/7, and especially now that we're doing a show about crimes, she will be trying to connect the dots, staring at the board, and finding out which songs to give me about crimes.
And I think we did one about murders before, and that was really, really good. Or serial killers. We did songs about revenge and payback. I think we did. There might have been a murder one.
Murder ballads, things, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some good ones on our playlist. I'll have to find some fresh. Oh, Ian coming in a flannel shirt episode. I'll write that down.
All right, we'll write that down. We'll have to add
I'll write that down because that's kind of an inside joke with our community. I think that might be fun.
Make way for the Pet Shop Boys.
Oh,
funny.
My God.
All right. So, all right, everybody. So next week's show theme will be songs about crimes. So make sure you tune in next Monday, 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the live show where we'll be swapping our 3 song picks with each other and rating them on a scale of 1 to 5 knives or whatever murder instrument.
Like Clue.
The candlestick holder, the knife, the
wrench.
Rope. Yeah, the wrench.
You know what, Chris, next time you come in the area
or your
area, we're going to have a game of Clue. I love Clue.
Oh, I'll play Clue anytime.
I love Clue. We're going to have a family board game night.
Family board game night. We'll play Clue. 100%. 100%. So, all right, everybody. Well, hey, thank you guys all so much for watching today. Really appreciate you. Once again, if you'd like to join our Patreon, we would love for you to join our Patreon. Honestly, you could join for as little as $1.50 per month. That is our famous Costco hot dog and soda menu item there. It comes with a free sticker when you join up there and all that. And of course, there's other levels you can choose from. And of course, you can always try it out for free for 7 days at first. So, and we want to once again thank our Patreon members. I do have to update this with our newest one, but we have Mark Ronick, Dave Mattingly, Ian from Australia, Johnny Beyond, and the back of the Steerbox crew, and of course Amanda's lovely friend, Amy White. So we will be adding her name to that list as well. But if you join, we'll add you to the list. We'll shout you out. We'll show you all the love and all the praise because we love you. And of course, we'll be creating content as we do inside of our Patreon account that is mostly exclusive to Patreon members. Every now and then something is like an early release and then goes to YouTube. Yes. But mostly what we're creating in there is for Patreon members only. So if you want more of this or solo stuff, you know, if you like Amanda solo stuff or me solo stuff, then we put stuff in there too. So,
hey, and if you don't have the $1.50 to spend on us, because you want to spend that $1.50 at Costco for that hot dog and soda yourself, that's okay. How you can also help us monetize is sharing all of our YouTube content because we are monetized on YouTube now. So the likes, the comments, the shares, the rewatches, they are making a big difference in our pennies. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to get you back to your Monday. So we appreciate you hanging out with us here live. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're right there on YouTube and the little bell so you get notified. And of course, if you're on any podcast platform, which is where you can listen to the show, hit the follow button as well, because that will also make sure that you get all the most up-to-date episodes that we release every week. As far as even too, we do little quick one song reviews on there as well. That is also on our audio feed. So do that little bit. Helps the show out more than you know. More than you know. All right, everybody. We will see you next week for another episode of Song Swap Showdown. Cheers.
Bye, everyone.
To get notified every single time we drop a new episode of Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown, just hit that follow button wherever you get your podcasts. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor of the show, please use the email address in our show notes and we'll get right back to you. And last but not least, please feel free to follow us over on our social accounts on Instagram and TikTok at Song Swap Showdown, or join our ever-growing community in our Facebook group by using the link in our show notes. Thanks for listening.